Episode 6 opens with the Arrowhead faction kidnapping Sodo member Jong Hyung-sang, accusing him of infiltrating to kidnap the Resurrected One. They announce that they will broadcast his demonstration shortly. Meanwhile, Jin-soo texts Secretary Lee, accusing her of orchestrating today's events and staging Jung-ja's abduction by Sodo. Secretary Lee, on speakerphone, asks him to explain what he means. Jin-soo knows about her strategic alignment with both the New Truth and Sodo, intending to split society into two opposing groups. Jin-soo asks her to bring Jung-ja to him and offers to help her manipulate the public, reminding her that his words alone could transform Arrowhead fanatics into devoted followers or enemies. The Arrowhead live streams Jong Hyung-sang's decree, and while the demonstration holds the audience's attention, Hye-jin, Kim Sung-jip, and Jung-ja seize the opportunity to escape to the parking lot. However, Arrowhead intercepts them. Jin-soo arrives, orders Jung-ja's release, and confesses he has also been resurrected. He asks if she too sees executors when looking in the mirror. He sobs as he confesses that they come at him, tearing him apart across those different worlds. Jung-ja responds that regardless of the world, she's always been her children's mother. She speculates that their visions of hell differ, and that Jin-soo must be the only one who sees the executors. She tells Jin-soo that the executors aren't behind him, they're within him because he was a coward. Jin-soo takes her to a mirror to prove the executors are following him, but they disappear as he looks. Suddenly he begins transforming into an executor. In desperation, he grabs Jung-ja, but Hye-jin intervenes, pulling Jung-ja to safety. Jin-soo clings to their car, pleading with Hye-jin for help. She attempts to save him, binding his hands to the vehicle and accelerating to draw out the monster within. Despite her efforts, Jin-soo fully morphs into an executor and vanishes into the void. Secretary Lee learns that the people are showing no reaction, the riots have died down, and most people seem demotivated. She decides to appoint a new chairman to the New Truth, directing her staff to prepare for the announcement of God's new will and Jin-soo's sins. She states that they will eradicate the Arrowhead and establish the New Truth and Sodo as the two opposing powers. Hye-jin drives Jung-ja to a scrapyard where someone will escort her to her family. Hye-jin notices a drawing of an elephant on a van, recalling Jung-ja's vision of Hye-jin's death in a place with toys and an elephant when she warned her about it. Hye-jin turns around and sees Sun-jip about to shoot her. It turns out Sun-jip betrayed them as he is working for Secretary Lee. Hye-jin and Sun-jip engage in a brutal fight, with Hye-jin ultimately subduing him and narrowly saving Jung-ja from being crushed by a car. She cuffs Sun-jip to a car. He pleads that they need to save the world, but she tells him he needs to save himself before he can do that. The scrapyard is out of business, so hardly anyone comes by. She leaves the keys to the handcuffs out of his reach. Hye-jin's friend shows up to take Jung-ja to her children. Jung-ja thanks her and warns her that soon the world will come to an end, so she should do what she wants while she can. Secretary Lee receives her own decree, foretelling her death and condemnation to hell in 2 years. Chaos erupts across the city as a mass decree is issued, sentencing many to hell at predetermined times, spreading fear and panic. Hee-jun passes away. On the drive, Jung-ja learns that the man accompanying her is her son Unyul, now grown, who mentions that her daughter Hayul eagerly awaits her return. Hye-jin reunites with her niece and hugs her. Her friends ask if this is the end of them. She explains that a new world will begin soon, so they should go find the world they each desire. She then drives away with her niece, telling the little girl a story about her parents and how much they loved her. She offers to be her mom. A flashback shows the parents protecting their child from the executors. All 3 of them burned, but the baby, who is Hye-jin's niece, resurrected.